Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing a little Sky Factory 4, because that's what we do all the time. Glad to see some people already here. Hello Gamer Steve, hello Claire. Whew. Hope you all have had a good weekend so far. Guess it's over for most people. Sadly I go back to work tomorrow. Sad day. James, what up? Just getting started. I had an almost heart attack last night. I almost lost the game. My entire world almost got destroyed. I was going through my inventory in my simple storage, reorganizing a few things, making some folders for stuff that I hadn't made yet, and I suddenly all my inventory just went. This whole screen went purple. I could walk around the world, but anytime I clicked on a chest, clicked on anything at all that would pull up my inventory, the whole screen just went purple. So I tried logging out, logging in, shut the whole game down, loaded it back up. For the life of me, couldn't figure out what was going on. Started scouring the internet, looking for what could have caused it. And then on a whim, as I was clicking on the purple, it pulled up, I clicked on the right-hand side of the JEI, and it pulled up a recipe for something. I'm like, okay, well, those are there. Some inventory's still here. I just can't see it. And after a little bit of process of elimination, I realized that something in my inventory that I had pulled out of a chest, because I'd broken a chest and all the stuff had come out of it, something in that chest was somehow glitching the whole game out. So on this purple screen, I'm just blindly dragging and dropping things out, trying to find where it is in the square, because the whole screen's purple. I'm just trying to remember from my memory where the inventory slots are, and then finally, whoop, it was all back. I had a tank of some type of fluid. Don't even remember which one it was. There's plenty of other tanks of other fluids in my inventory, but whatever that tank of that fluid was, somehow it just glitched out everything. So it was sitting on the ground. I just broke the ground underneath it, let it fall into the void. Haven't had a problem since. But for a second, I thought today's stream was going to be me starting all over again, and I was not happy about it. Oh, mate. So, what have we done this week? So, I got rid of the torches around the edge, put some glowstone up, make it look a little nicer. I finished bumping up our black hole, so it's going up a little bit faster now with a couple more cobblestone generators. What else do we do? I doubled up my smeltery, so I've got a double layer, but as you may notice, we are currently not doing cookies anymore. We're doing some iron. We'll look at cookies in a minute. What else? What else did I do? Anything else? Out here, I don't think I did a whole lot else. Oh, in the spawner, I went ahead and pulled those spawners out we put in last time because they were it was spawning too quickly and glitching out the world. So they're all in my inventory right now where they're perfectly fine. It's just working as a normal monster spawner right now, but for the small period I had it, each one of these things went up to maximum experience. So I'm like, I got 227 levels of XP right now. What else? So we did some more compact love today. Let me see. I also started working on airships. I'm going to do a little bit more of that today. What did we do in compact machines? We got a few new things going on in here. Let's load this up. Let's load me up. And this is probably going to be a slow loading in and out. I rebooted everything about 30 minutes ago, the whole computer. Hopefully helps we won't have quite as much lag tonight, but when I'm streaming and playing, it just it takes a lot of onto the stream there. So alright, so what did we get done? Let's see. I moved my calcium sulfate. That was that monster thing that we had out there that took forever to figure out, but I've got it redone. It's not quite as ugly now, but it's fully self-sufficient in here. It turns out that one of the things I had wrong, I had to redo one of my compact machines and make a second one for quartz, so that way they're going in to here and making granite at the right ratio. But now this is making calcium sulfate non-stop, so when I do decide to start working on the fusion reactor, I have what I need for that one. And what else did we do? Still working on laser drill. Wither Essence. I'm going to show statues here in a second. So, the chorus thing. We were working on this during the stream last time, and we kind of left. Turns out I was just completely wrong. I just wasn't giving it enough time. They are totally growing inside of here, even when I'm not in here. So they are very, very slowly farming chorus fruits. But I've got one whole layer. I may go up another level eventually. I really don't need the chorus fruits at this point. I farmed a bunch manually, but this is an interesting way if you wanted to do one, really large, like all iron or all gold saplings and have them go into a packager or crafting table. That would definitely be a way to maximize that. So it's in there. It works. I even think I put a tutorial out on that one. So that's up and working now. And what else do we do? I got the HDPE pellets automation. I put that together in here. So that's fully running now. So now that's making me those non-stop. That was a pretty easy one. I already had that outside. I just had to move it inside. This is a fun one. So I got the advancement for doing almost all the statues. I need one more. What we were talking about works. Using an automated user next to each statue will click on the statue and cause them to spit out their gubs. They don't always give gubs, it turns out. At first I thought it was broken, but it turns out that there's a pretty high percentage chance that sometimes they won't drop anything at all. I only need one more statue at this point, and unfortunately it's a statue that requires an item that drops from this little prick. It's this Ankh thing. You can't make it any other way. So once I get that, I can make the last statue that I need. And so this is fully automated statues. The automated users will right-click on this, spit it out, and then I have 4 item collectors all at max size, gathering it all, taking it up into my inventory. The one big thing on this, you do want to make sure that your automated users all the way to 200 ticks. If you don't, it's right-clicking on them way too often, and if you click on it all the time, it will occasionally make one of those monsters spit out. So I had a creeper just spit out of the machine, and a blaze spit out because they were just going non-stop. So putting it on 200 is still going to click once or twice during its percentage run, but once it hits 100, and they all have little visual effects, and I did upgrade them all to the peaceful level, because you have to have the peaceful level. There's a level above that that is silenced, and that's just putting cotton around it, and I think it makes them stop from making a noise, because they make little groans or moos, depending on what they are occasionally. But that one was a pretty easy setup. Actually went a little overkill on the power, but like I said, I'm only missing one statue that will go right there as soon as I get him made. But that was kind of cool. In fact, I have a tutorial. I don't know if I put that one out or not. If not, I have one filmed for that. And so that was statues. And then we have our cookies. So I went ahead and made a much larger smeltery. Fully automated, dual layers, running off right now cookies. I can always tool it to be something else later. But right now it is feeding everything into this box. Cookies that come from the plant themselves automatically get kicked to the exit. The things that can melt into cookies go down here. The things that are useless, like sticks and wood, just go into the trash. I've got a lava generator set up in the corner, so it's constantly got lava going to it. And then I have 2 sets here, because each of these are powering half of the batteries. Each battery is running 2 automated users. So right now that's a fully functioning cookie smeltery, and it is just pumping out cookies non-stop. Once I finally have my 8 billion cookies, I'll, I guess, convert it to something else, but it's a cool little setup. Can't decide if I should do a tutorial on this. I mean, because technically I've done tutorials on how to automate smelteries before, but I've not done one in a compact machine, and people like to see the different designs. I always have, that's the thing I get asked for a lot on Reddit is, hey, can you do more designs for inside compact machines? So I've been trying to put them out, at least one a week of those. And it's kind of fun, you know, getting to put it all together. It's mostly maximum size. I could have probably made it one size bigger, but I would have had very little room on the outside, so I kind of went with what I had there. But it's fully operated and fully self-sufficient, although this barrel has some weird optics going on right now, but that's all right. Hey, Zeke, welcome to the stream. And yeah, so I've got lava fully generating from here. So that's a 100% automated lava setup, so that'll never run out. The trees, right now I've got 5 cookie saplings. They are creating meltable substances quicker than it can actually smelt, so I don't have to worry about that. Power is completely self-sufficient. So this smeltery inside of here now is just going to keep making me cookies till I have enough. I don't really have to touch this for anything at this point. So that was a big part of what I did today, because I had the whole bottom row set up, and then I realized I put all the casting tables on the ground, and there was no way for me to put item extraction cables underneath of it. And if I put it beside it, it just kept running the cookies back inside the automated user, and the user was trying to use the cookies on the smeltery. So I had to move everything up a level to get it to work. Interestingly enough, and you probably already all knew this and I didn't, but something I came across, wrenches will turn blocks. Wrenches will turn these too. If you've never done that, it's just convenient. Sometimes you're trying to get one of these to line up correctly. If you use a wrench, it'll just start spinning around the actual pull from on the different items and liquid cables. So that's pretty cool. Playlist, compact machines design. Yeah, I've considered that. Like I said, I do a lot in compact machines now, so I like it because it just keeps the outer world from being too laggy. Let's see, what else? And then, oh yeah, I added a storage request table out here, so that way if I do need something, I don't have to all the way go to the outer world or go into that. I can just pop out of whichever one of these I'm working on. I'm going to have more compact machines going around the second level, and I can fit at least 1/3 level in there as well before I have to start filling in the middle. Everything's going pretty well that way, but I've got that little storage set up. And then, what else? In here, I finished putting in the rest of my chests. That's what I was doing when everything glitched out on me. I was rearranging the chests. Each chest is now prioritized from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down to things like 28. And then this bottom row here, just chests of things that I'm kind of setting aside but don't actually need. Like, it's my head collection, enchanted books, potions. I don't think I have anything in the other ones, but that's stuff that I really don't need in the inventory, but does pretty well. I'm doing well, Zeke. Just trying to get all this up and going. Stuff. 3/4 of these. Well, I would say 3/4. A bunch of these don't have anything in them yet. A lot of these middle ones, so I got room to spread if I need to. But yeah, so I got quite a bit of stuff done over the last few days. Still waiting on sugarcane and netherrack to finish. They're still. I think the sugarcane is 1 step away from octuple. Netherrack is, I think, still 2 steps away. So I've got some time on that. The wither, at this point, my wither killer, automated wither killer works. It's just there's not a way to automate making of heads as quickly as I would like. So it's one of those things where I can make them in inventory and throw them in here manually when I do need something, like nether stars. But there's really not a lot of nether stars that I need at this point. I farmed a lot of those early on, so I've got 1,000 or so currently. But for today, I'm going to work on my laser drill room. I want to get that finished up. I want to fiddle around more with airships. I want to get the airship to the highest level. That shouldn't take too long. And then I never did make the glitch armor set, so I need to farm a little bit of that today. Only got a few glitch pieces, so yeah, I've already got a bunch of keys set. I just have to actually go and kill them, so we may do that here in just a second. But I want to do airship first, because that's what I was fiddling with a little bit before you guys came in. That, and I found these much cooler looking frames, so I'm going to be replacing a lot of my boring frames with the cooler looking frames that I just had never messed with before. Alright, so airship. There it is. I currently have ranked it up to level 1, so I now have to make the level 2 stuff. So we're going to work on that. This should not take long, but hopefully. Just got to make some stuff. So there's a level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. The one thing about the airships, so you can't jump right to 5. You have to make a level 2 everything, upgrade the ship. Level 3 everything, upgrade the ship. I'm going to do a tutorial on the ships this week because I had some people asking about it, so I've been playing with them. I was having a hard time getting into my ship, and I couldn't figure out why. I'd rebound the button to something else, so I had to go in and fix that. Alright, so I need some of these. 1, 2, 3. And I need these. Oh, I've already got 3. Okay, so I need a level 2. Oh, I need some of those. Did everybody have a good weekend? Did anybody do anything cool? I did not. I worked most of it. There's level 2. And... oh, I need some more of this stuff of that. I need some of these. I stream for a couple hours tonight, but then... oops, I made too many of those. Tomorrow I'm going to go in early for some overtime, so I'm probably going to work 12 or 13 hours for 4 days a week for the next few weeks to try to get a little money ahead for Christmas. So, what about the ships? Do you have to make the highest level ship for the Come Fly With Me achievement? I've been wondering why I didn't get it already. I don't believe so. I think I already have it, and I only had the first level. Where's it at? Can't remember what page it's on. Yeah, here it is. No, I got it with, you just have to actually successfully fly around. I don't think making it works. You actually have to get it off the ground. So you got to put some fuel into it and get it going in order to get the advancement, if I am correct, if I remember correctly. So, what happened to my... oh, no, I'm making that one. Didn't I? Didn't I already make one of these? I thought I made one of those. I did make one of those. I made the engines. I didn't actually make the thing. Oh, okay. Well, that makes way more sense now. Let's see. So, yeah, just I'll be working a lot the next little while. So, I'm still going to stream and put up videos and everything like I normally do. I'm just going to have to work a lot more on my days off, or on the days that I do work, so I don't have to give up the days off. So, it will be very... tiring, to say the least. I'm definitely not looking forward to it. Just relaxing and had an early Thanksgiving with the in-laws. Well, that's cool. We had a mini Thanksgiving dinner yesterday. I cooked a ham and all the stuff for us just because I got a good deal on a ham. I wanted ham sandwiches for the rest of the week. Next week is... what? Yeah, next week is Thanksgiving, so I will be at my in-laws as well, and I will be doing a lot of the prep stuff because I'm helping with that. I'm doing good. Just set up my whole base to solar power, so that's going to take some time. Yes, solar power is awesome, and it ran my everything I had for a very long time until I finally got the maximum size fission reactor up. Up until that point, solar did everything for me, and I just recently tore down my solar only because I had it on the top of my monster spawner. So while I was tearing down the monster spawner and updating it, I lost it. I tore it all down because I really didn't need it anymore. So I've got a bunch of the solar in my inventory. I haven't really needed it yet. But I will, I'm sure, eventually. Alright, so there's all of the level 2s. Where you at? There you are. Let me in. Okay, so we're going to upgrade... level 2 frames. See, I've already got the level 1s in there, but you have to have all the level 1 stuff in before you can do level 2. Now level 2 is done. So now when I break out, it'll change color to yellow. Yay, yellow. I'm still getting a little bit of lag when I pick things up and when I break blocks. I think that's just how the life is going to be at this point. So this shouldn't take too long. I'm just going to level it up to level 5 real quick. So there's level 3, there's level 4, and there's level... oh, don't have enough of those. I need some more of these. And that should be level 5. I'm just going to go ahead and make everything so I can just upgrade them all at once. And then over here I need level 3, level 4, and level 5. Oh wait, I already had a level 5. Haha, almost clicked by accident. 3... yeah, I made it before I realized... I made a level 5 before I realized you had to go in order. So, that took a little bit of fail on my part, but we're good now. 3, 4, and 5. There's a bunch of other stuff you can upgrade on them as well. All these things here, like fuel efficiency and stuff. I'm not sure I'm going to mess with that today, but it's cool to know that it's there. It's something to work with. Oh, gotta make some balloons. Oh no! I need cowhide. Cowhide. Roll 'em, roll 'em, roll 'em. Watch me get demonetized for that now. Dehydrator, statue loot, drying basin, manufactory. Can't you just buy it? I think you can just buy it from the marketplace, can't you? Rabbit. Nope. Figures. Okay. So you can't buy it. I don't have to farm cow leather. That's just boring. Let's see. Leather. I got rabbits. Hey, I got some rabbits. That'll work. That might give me what I need. How many balloons did I make? None so far. Alright, see if we can get all our balloons here. We're not going to get all our balloons. One. I got one balloon. Well, rabbit we can do, though. Where's my carrots? Grab some carrots. And you can buy rabbit skins. Cheesy. But it works. Rabbit skin, rabbit skin. Okay. I don't know if that's enough or not, but we'll see. Get rid of those. And back to Vicecraft. Craft. Alright, and I was working on balloons. I need leather. Wow, still gonna have to go buy more. Dang it. I was hoping I'd have enough. I'm gonna be almost one short. I need one more balloon. Aha! I had enough after all. Sweet. So there's number 3, number 4, and number 5. Alright, now we can fully pimp out our ride. Upgrade. 3. Oh, well, it won't auto kick into there, but that's alright. 3, 3, you. 4, 4, yep. And, alright. A fully pimped out ride. Boom. Alright, let's go back to the main menu. Still got some fuel here. Well, it's definitely faster now. Aquamarine. Aquamarine you can get from... It's the laser, right? The laser drill will get you aquamarine, I believe. Aquamarine. Yes, you can get aquamarine shale from the laser drill. That's, I think, the only real way to get your first one. Yeah, that's the best way to get it. You can mine it in some zones, I want to say, but it's not very common. But usually the easiest way is to use the laser drill, and then once you've got a couple... Oh, God. No, that was not what I meant to do. Then once you've got a couple, you can either make aquamarine hog or aquamarine seeds. With mystical farming, I definitely recommend the seed option. It's way faster than the hog. Alright, so here we go. We got the airplane. Draven, pimp my ride. I heard you like to fly, so we put glitch armor in your airship. So you can fly while you fly. Alright. So that was easy enough. Well, what are you doing way back up there? Get out of there. Yeah, that's the easiest, I think, really the only original way to get laser drills, the best way to get a hold of some aquamarine early on. All right, so there we have a level 5 airship. So that's done. I'm in here, grab some more of those. Still working on making pink slime to finish up my laser drill room. And I need to farm some glitch real quick. That'll be this one. I'm just going to repurpose this area here. Kill a couple zombies real quick. Skeletons, whatever I killed. Is it skeletons? Okay. Wave 1. So far I'm not impressed. Oh, hey, there you are. So I'm trying to think of the next big project. I think I'm going to go ahead and tackle the reactor up there. Finally get it done. I think that's going to be the next thing. Because I haven't got the advancement for that yet. One statue away from having all the advancements for the statues. So I'll be excited to get that one done. I'm working on this to get the glitch armor. Then I have to go to the Twilight Forest and level up 3 or 4 more. Excuse me, pig. 3 or 4 more deep mob learning thingamabobbers to get those maxed up. I need to get guardians. I'm pretty sure the only way you can do that is to spawn guardians, like build a water, spawn them, and then kill them. I don't know of a natural place you can find guardians in Sky Factory. Is there a way to speed this up? No, I guess not. Okay. But that's going to be irritating. I'm going to have to build a big pool, I guess. I wonder if there's guardian seeds. I wonder if there are guardian seeds. Guardian seeds. Yep. Oh, no, that's mystical. That's not the same thing. Guardian lily. Oh, there are no guardian seeds. Intriguing. Are they going to spawn out here or not? This is very slow. Wave cleared. I know. Words will drop upon completion. I'm not used to this going this slowly. Oh, there we go. Finally. Yeah, if anybody knows a way of getting guardians to spawn, that would be handy. I mean, there's got to be a way. I just haven't messed with it yet. I'm going to need to kill a bunch of them to get my whatever it's called, deep mob learning thingamabobber. What is it called again? The deep learner. There it is, my models. I've got those 3, and still got to do Wither manually, and then Twilight Forest. Oh, I hit him with a backpack. Why? Oh, I think he wanted to die for a minute there. I'm not going to do much of this because this turn is going way slower than I thought it was, and I don't want to bore you guys by watching me slowly slaughter zombies, so I'll just finish this one. I'll do the glitch armor later. Hey, Vern. There you go. Oh, did he just drop a emerald ore? Nice. I'll take that. Oh, some experience. There's experience going everywhere. Oh. Oh, me. So, I'm trying to remember what I've got. At least. Is there something invisible? I guess not. Let me see. I've got one more tutorial edited. No, filmed, almost edited. And then I'll be done with that. Make a guardian lily and plant it in water. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. I saw the guardian lily in there. I just wasn't sure if that's what it did or not because I've never used one. So excellent. I will just make a bunch of those. Oh, that's super easy. I can make those. All right, so I have to make some. Maybe I'll build a pool here in a little bit. That could be cool. Oh. All right, so we can get that going. Excuse me. So we got that. What else? Let me see. Which were the 2 tutorials I posted this week? I've already forgotten. If I can see which ones they are, I'll remember which one I haven't put out yet. So the coarse flowers, we just showed that. How to modify a spawner. That one was popular. I got that one done. So the next one is the statues. That's what it is. How to make the statues and how to automate the statues. So basically, what I just showed you guys a little few minutes ago. I've got a tutorial on that. How do I get glitch armor? Glitch armor is made from glitch pieces. So we got a minute here. So if you go to the glitch armor up here, you get your head, your armor, your legs, and your feet. You're going to need glitch infused ingots. For that, you have to bake them. You're going to need the unstable glitch fragments and corrupted glitch hearts. These things, you end up throwing them in water with some other things, and then they'll turn into the ore that you need. Yeah, you got to basically just farm a bunch of these first. So to get the glitch pieces, you need to do the trial keys, which is kind of what I'm doing now. Even though this farmer won't die. So, go away. Why are you being pesky? Yeah. So basically you need to build a trial keystone. And then you need to put in a trial key. A trial key looks like, where are they at? Over here. Trial keys look like this. And when you have a data model in your inventory and you kill something that can be attuned to a key, the key becomes attuned to it. I have that chest is all full of ones that I've attuned to zombies. just because I have that at the highest level. It's at the self-aware at this point. So when you have it, the higher your data model is, the more levels. As you can see, 7 of 7. When you get it to the highest level, which was self-aware, it'll give you 7, which lets you kill more stuff, get more experience, and you have a bigger prize at the end, if you will. But the last thing, in the last wave, a monster will arrive, and it's a glitch. If you kill it, once you've killed it and cleared the final wave, it will give you some of those pieces of the glitch stuff that we were talking about. So you're going to have to do usually at least a few. Any other way you can fly? Yes, you can use their charms. There's the flight charm. That's probably the easiest early way to fly. You can also make Supremium armor. That's what I use instead of the glitch armor. If you use Supremium armor, that gives you creative flight as well. You can make jetpacks. Jetpacks still exist in this one. So stone jetpacks, so on and so forth. Those will allow you to fly, but they will need charging, although a stone jetpack is not super hard to make once you've got a hold of a little... You need Invar, probably the rarest thing. But air charm is the easiest early game. Just remember to keep an eye on it, because it does have a charge, and if it wears out, you will fall. So using a powered anvil is the easiest way to refill that. To charge your air charm back up, and any of your other gear that you need to repair. Much cheaper than an anvil and blowing your experience, which can be much more useful in different things. But there's a couple of different ways to fly, or you could build an airship, but most of that other stuff you're going to be able to get before you even get an airship anyway, so I would recommend starting with an air charm, which air charm is a bone block, 3 iron, a diamond, and 2 nether warts. So really the nether wart's the only thing that's going to be a little challenging. You're going to have to go into the nether to get that, probably, if I remember correctly. Can you make that another way? Nature essence, nether essence. Yeah, you're going to have to go to the nether either way. Plus, another cool thing is in the nether... Oh, you already made one. Good deal. Yeah, in the nether you'll find them a lot in chests too. So, I found a bunch of them before I realized you could make them. Oh, you already got one. Good deal. Yeah. Air charms are nice. Just keep an eye on the charge. It's cool because you can put it in your little baubles slot up here. I think I still have one. Do I? No, I've got an antidote charm, a fire charm, and a speed charm, although I don't know why that's on. I'm faster without it. Some Android stuff. Alright. Getting close. Wave 4 is cleared. I need level 5 to start. Wow, this is going way slower than I thought it was going to be. After this, we're going to build ourselves a swimming pool. Did not realize you could make charms. Yep. I did a tutorial on that, actually, I want to say last month. I did one on those charms, the cyclic charms, and then there's another set of charms. If I could spell again. Stop it. Charm. There's also the Dark Utilities charms that you can make, which are also useful. If you haven't checked those out, both of those are on my channel. One for the Dark Utilities and one for the other one. So if you only need a specific one, it shows you what each one does, how you could use them, and how to make them. Those are double negative. Oops. It's all good. We are not the grammar police here. I can't spell for nothing if you've watched my streams. I misspell every other word. Alright. 7 to go. Yeah. Speed of lightning here. Let me see. I'm trying to think. There's something else I did this week, and I can't remember what it is. No, I did a lot of house cleaning. Just cleaned up stuff I didn't need anymore. The smeltery took a little while today to redo that. Mostly because I forgot I needed a whole bunch of casts, so then I had to stop everything from running, use a melter to melt some gold. So I could get cookie casts. And then it took a while, oh man, it took a while to take apart the mob spawners that I'd upgraded. Made a boo-boo there. So not only were the pigs an issue, I put spiders in there. And spiders don't fall. I opened up the door and it was just a mound of spiders all around all the different spawners. And so I just had to land in the middle of them and just hold shift right click trying to grab the spawners through them, smacking them occasionally to try to knock them out of the way. And as I finally could get a hold of a spawner, I'd fly over and just stick it on the bottom of this thing I'm standing on now, and they just rain into the void until I got them all out of there. But the spiders were horrendous. So it still works. I mean, it's still a decent idea. It definitely will farm you an ungodly amount of experience very quickly. But I would recommend maybe just one spawner at a time, and one that has limitations. So like the zombie pigmen, since they can come out whether it's light or dark, and the spiders were the same way. When I broke the roof, some of the other, like the zombies and stuff, stopped spawning, but the two that don't have light requirements just kept on pouring out as I was standing there. So I made it a lot harder to get them out of the way. So if you are doing a pimped out mob spawner inside of your automated farm, then I would recommend just using one or two, and ones that are easier controlled. But that thing over there is working real well. I mean, like I said, as it is now, it's definitely a lot bigger than my old one was. So it's a little faster at farming stuff. I wish I used it earlier. Now I really don't need anything that comes out of there. So that's why I took all the spawners out of it, to cut back on the lag, and I just don't need it. Wave 5 is done. We're about to have wave 6. Okay. Let me just wait for them all to pop out, and then I'll kill them. Let's see. There were some things I was going to work on this week that I didn't get a chance to. Oh, blaze. Well, that's different. Die, 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 please. Thank you. I started to fiddle a little bit to see if there's a way to automate making compact machines. Still working on that. It is a work in progress. With each of the automated blocks that I've been using, the builders and such, there's not a way to leave a space. So I'm having a hard time finding a way to make it hollow and have an emerald in the middle, because it'll only make the emerald block 3 in a row. I haven't found a way to make it just one in the middle yet. So that's the emerald is the problem. Making the outer shell is not going to be super hard, other than the only frustrating part about that is, of course, none of the actual building tools you're using can be inside of this orange area, or it won't actually form. So everything you're using to build has to be outside, and yet make it inside. So, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm still intrigued why those things work perfectly fine in testing and when I'm on here by myself, but those notifications do not always pop up on the stream, and I cannot quite figure out why. But thank you. I appreciate it. What else did we do today? Oh, if you were here at the very beginning of the stream, you might have seen that my I'll be on soon screen, or starting soon screen. I made one of those today. I made a new one of those. I made an I'll be back, in case I got to run to the bathroom or something on a long stream. And then I made one to throw up at the end of the stream to, thank you for watching. It did work. I heard it, but by the time I looked up, I didn't see the thing on my screen here because of the delay and such. That's cool that it worked. Awesome. Who hit me? What are you doing? What was I talking about? I just lost it. I forgot. Dang it. Oh, well. I was doing the emerald thing. Yes, so I'm figuring out a way to get the emerald block in the middle is the hardest part right now. But if I can, and I can automate that process, it'd be cool. I think people would appreciate having a way to do that. So I sat and made like 400 or 500 of them. I blew like 3 hours just making maximum size ones, just building them over and over again. So I did it all manually. So if I can find a way easier for the rest of you, I will do it. And let's see. Guardians are not hurt by water, so I can make my pool anywhere. It does not have to be in the shade. Is your game lagging, or do you have something changed to make the mobs super slow? No, I haven't changed anything. That's just it. They're not really reacting to me. I mean, I've got a little bit of lag, but I mean, when I'm walking up to them, they're not attacking me at all. They're just standing there. I'm not sure why. I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, mobs attack me everywhere else I go, but in this trial, they just have not been coming right at me. There you go, James. I love those. So interestingly enough, let me throw something at you that's relatively cool. Well, the conceptly, are you going to hit me or not? No, you're just hanging out. Okay. I got an email on the Onlydraven Gaming email address from someone asking to buy ad time in my videos. Which, cool. They say we'd like to either add have you insert a 30-second clip, or have you just, give a personalized, your view of our product for a minute or so at the end of the video. But I didn't recognize the name of the company. So I tried looking it up online, couldn't find it, at least what it was represented as. So I messaged, I'm like, you have a website? And they replied again, it's very professional. I pull up the website, and appears to be a company that provides servers for all sorts of different games. You buy server space from them. Which in itself is cool. It's a legitimate business. And it says it's based out of the US, but their web address is something.su. So when I was looking it up, that is Soviet Union. So I can't tell. It says it's based in, I think it's New York or New Jersey, but I'm like, so is it a Russian company that's based out of the US? Is it a US company based in Russia? Is it a Russian? No idea. I'm intrigued. I replied an email back asking for more information, because why not, right? I got nothing to lose by asking. But it was kind of out of the blue. I'm like, I don't have a very big channel. I'm shocked anybody would be interested in putting ads on my stuff, but we'll see. I had to look up YouTube, make sure I wasn't violating any rules there. So I looked into that. Oh, there you are. Come here. Give you a server as part of the deal? Possibly. They actually offered to pay. I'm not going to go into details yet in case it actually ends up being legitimate, something I do, but they offered to literally buy ad time in videos. So I was like, well, I'll ask. Get more info on it. Because Draven is always up for business inquiries. Let me see what else. That's my. I decided I'm gonna set that goal. That's gonna be the goal I'm gonna work towards, is getting the money to get a Minecraft server. That's probably the next big thing I want to do. I would like to do it before Christmas, but I don't know if I'll have the money by that point. It just depends. I was talking about it on a previous stream, and someone messaged me and said that I should do like an all-day stream trying to trump up like a membership-a-thon. I was like, well, maybe. I just don't know what I would do for 6 hours to entertain people. I say that, yet I did a 12-hour stream just a couple weeks ago. It's raining zombies. It's raining zombies. What's that? Oh, yeah, that's my mystical moon stuff. Okay. What do I got? 13 to go. I'm on the last wave. I'm building a home server to run Plex and Minecraft servers too. Nice. I never ran a server before. I've been on servers other people have run. But the goal would be to open it up, like to go in and build let's play or game type things and then invite people in to play them. So I don't know if I would have it open 24/7, because I'd want to be able to go in there and build stuff and then invite people in for streams or stuff like that. Of course, if I finally had the money to get 2 down the road, I could have one that's open all the time. What are you doing? Then I could do one like that, one for building, and then one for everybody to play in at once. So I'd have to wait and see, because I know that the amount of people playing at once. Do I have any experience with that? No, none whatsoever. I have 0 experience with streaming, with doing server stuff. So, which I feel bad for, because that is a very common question that I get in my videos. Hey, can you do a video showing how to set up a server and how to run server settings? And I'm like, I don't know anything about that yet. But that's another reason I'd like to get a server. I do videos showing how to help people do that. So that's kind of the whole game for me at this point, is learning how to do something so I can show everybody else. for yourself and for personal friends. Yeah, I'd probably just buy a server. I don't have, my computer can barely handle this and streaming at the same time. So I would like to try to have a new computer by the end of next year, but that's just going to depend on what happens in the next year, I guess. Another reason why I'm about to start working like a beast in my regular job. So I work 10 hours 4 days a week, so that's normal. So I could go in for an extra, I could work a 14-hour shift 4 days a week. So overtime, and then I'm not giving up my 3 days off. I'm just getting, extra hours on those. That would be nice for the holidays and such, and then I can start putting more money into this stuff. I'd like to definitely get a better webcam, maybe some decent lighting, maybe a better microphone, things like that. I'm running one for my main machine so that I can have a massive resource when I do play. Chunk loader attached to storage cables keeps all the chunks there and alive. Nice. Very cool. Die, zombie. But, yeah, that's the goal anyways. Try to get some stuff out there. It's a little bit more interactive. I can invite people in to participate. I think that'd be a fun stream, once every few weeks saying, okay guys, I'm this upcoming day, I'm going to be inviting in this many people to participate in some Let's Play like games. Maybe I'll do a tournament. Did I get him? Is that him? Oh no, that was Prismy. Maybe I thought I got glitch stuff. Then invite people in. I'd probably put it out in the members forum first, and then open it up to the public after that. Once all the members have had a shot to get in if they want, then cycle that around. So I got some ideas for Let's Plays that I think would be fun. And one thing I like about Sky Factory is you don't have to do any terraforming. I can just build it in the middle of wherever I want. So I would probably do it as a Sky Factory type scenario for most of them, just because it would be easy to build what I want. I have an idea for a very large maze that I think would be very cool. With puzzles in it, and the first one to get each one of these things and then find the door out, kind of a thing. I built it actually once on the server I was on with other people. There we go. So for those of you who are watching, epic music, and I got 3 corrupted glitch cart hearts and 18 pristine zombie matters. So that took a lot longer than I thought it would have, so we're gonna just do that once. Come on, pick it up. I get it? Yeah. So we'll come back and do some of those later. Boop. Alright. So let's load those into the inventory. Throw those in there. And then... Wow, that's still going slow. Okay. Put that in here. But yeah, I've got one for a maze, and it's a pretty big maze. It's probably... The maze I built was probably 6 of these in size. All the tunnels being single blocked, but interweaving. There were certain rooms throughout the place that were... let me see. What else did it have? It had mob spawners in it, so monsters would spawn in there. It was glass ceiling, so I could film it from looking down. And... like I said, there were rooms with puzzles with levers, and you had to figure out the stuff to get all the items to unlock the last door. Zeke, does the glitch armor have better stats than Tinker armor? I haven't made the glitch armor yet, so I'm not sure. Again, I personally prefer the Supremium. I want to say that the glitch armor is a 24 or a 26 in armor. And... Supremium is like right in the same vein. It may be just 1 or 2 less, but Supremium, like I said, once you get mystical farming going, it does not take long to get Supreme armor. And if you do build a automated wither killer, then you'll have all the Supremium stuff you need really, really quickly. Because it just drops a ton of Supremium essences. So, alrighty, so we got that. Let's build a pool. Alright, where are we going to build this? Let's get ourselves some basic stuff. We're going to start with a floaty. And... Wow, I've got a lot of aquamarine shale in here that I didn't realize I had that much of it. I'm going to need some kind of block. What do I want to build it out of? Aurora block looks nice, but I don't know if there's enough of it. Plus, I don't know if the blue in the green would look cool. I could do obsidian, but that would just take too long to tear apart when I get tired of it. I guess I don't have to build it that big. I can just make it small and cool looking. What would be cool looking? Let's look over here. I love magma, but I'm not sure the water on magma is going to do me any good. Glass, have a see-through pool. Done. All right. That is a really good idea. Now, the bottom's going to have some non-glass in it because I'm assuming to plant the guardian seeds, I'm going to need dirt. Let's make a seed and see what it grows in first. That would probably be a good idea. So I need one of these. Plant in water. So does it just plant in water? This is my little fishing thing. Let's test this. Well, it disappeared. Oh! It grows on water. Oh. That makes way more sense then. Huh. Okay. Building the wither farm, so I shouldn't be too far away from Supremium. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. Supreme, it drops, I think every wither you kill drops 4 or 6 Supremium essence. But again, as soon as you can get a farm going where you can just start doing mystical farming and you can get the lowest level of essence going, just keep doing it. But bone meal will grow it faster, for sure. I'm just right now thinking I want to go ahead and build the pool. So let's get, what kind of glass have I got? I don't want witherproof glass. Glass bubble. Glass. Where's quartz glass? I like quartz glass. Let's try quartz glass. All right. 20. Oh, I need some glass. Oh, that makes sense. We can do that real quick. Wait, does that work in a smelter? Yep, good. That'll do that. And we'll get some started off. Oh, forgot I had those in there. That's from where I was building that smeltery earlier. This is actually faster, but I just want to get a head start on some, and I can let the smelter in there build it as I'm going. Whew. All right, so we'll get that going as well. So how many do I have now? 20? Let's go. Oh, I guess I don't have to make this very big. Where are we going to make it? I don't have anything over here. Let's make it over here. Well, that's over there where I film my videos. I don't want to do that. All right, we'll do it on this side, over by the animals. This looks decent enough. Thanks for the automate dirt production. I didn't need it. I mean, I not really, since once you get, you know, any type of crafting situation set up where you have dirt coming in, you can just make it all you want out of it, out of the tree, the sapling. Did I just lose my... Oh, that's heartbreaking. I've had that floaty since nearly the beginning of the game. But no, I mean, I didn't find it that bad, because, like, if I need dirt, once you have your inventory going, you just... Dirt. You know, I mean, I just made, in like 5 seconds, I just made a bunch of stacks of it. So once you've got yourself a simple storage set up and you've got your saplings farming your acorns and stuff, rarely do I need it more than like that right there. I could have just filled my inventory in about 30 seconds. So at that point, I really don't need anything making that. Now, things that I do like to automate, I've got obsidian automated. I got lava automated. Almost every type of ore is automated with mystical agriculture. Obsidian I like to do just because it's annoying to have to make it when you need to. So I definitely recommend automating that when you can, for sure. But I like to automate everything, but I try to automate stuff that I know mostly that I'm going to need. or I may need in the future. I like building stuff out of obsidian. That's why one reason I wanted to have a bunch of it. How do you store the lava you automate? Well, here we go. I'll show you. I have a video for this up on the channel if you need to see the specifics, but what I do is I've got automated user on top of a cobblestone generator. Spits that into here. I recommend putting a block on top so it doesn't fill up with water in any way. Then I have it going into a barrel, or not a barrel, a metal drum. And then I wirelessly pipe it into the items that I need it in. So I have, well, I did have it going into these things, but then I just switched over to blazing pyrotheum now. So now I'm using blazing, but I did have it wirelessly linked to automatically fill my smelters and my melters, anything that needed lava. And if I ever did need lava, I could come up here and grab it out of the barrel, or I could just take a bucket and grab it out of my smeltery here, and it's automatically going to fill up from the automated. So using the drum lets it build up a little bit in case you need a bunch at once. But rarely do I need more than a drum full of lava. I just made my first compact machine for obsidian because the sound sucks. How do you build in thin air like that? How do I build in air? That is a floaty McFloaty block. And I just broke mine, so I need to make one anyways. Floaty McFloaty block. It's going to be 5 iron ingot and a feather. And a floaty McFloaty... Oh, there's mine. I didn't lose it after all. A floaty McFloaty block, when you right-click, it will just literally pop anywhere in front of you, wherever you put it in air. And then you just build off of your floaty block. And then when you're done with your floaty block, you can just break it. And eventually, when your computer stops lagging, it will fall and you catch it in your inventory. Or in my situation, I just threw it off into the ether. But normally... yeah, a floaty McFloaty block will allow you to build out in space, if you will. So that's what I like to do as much as possible. You know, early game when I couldn't fly was a little bit different. I would just build a bridge out to wherever I was going. But once I'm able to fly, then a floaty block lets me do whatever I want, wherever I want, kind of thing. I have a tutorial about floaty blocks too. Again, I try to do a tutorial on everything. It always kills me because it takes so much for granted with the game. Like, there's stuff that I will have been doing very early on, and people are like, oh, wow, I didn't know you could do that. And then I'll be doing something one way the whole time I've been playing, and people are like, you know, you could just do this, right? And I'm like, good Lord, that would be so much easier. Why didn't I think of that? That's one thing I really liked about the streams, because a lot of times people are thinking, have you tried doing this? And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even know it was an option. And I also forgot to do this. This is going to save me some time. Why did I get a quartz acorn? Oh, I must grab that. I spent all of your Skyfactor tutorials, and they have been so helpful. Thank you very much. Hey, you're very welcome, Michael. I'm glad that they have been helpful. I try to help out as much as I can. It is a fun thing to do and to share with everybody, and it's kind of made a little bit of a community now where people are coming and hanging out on the streams. Allowed me to do that, interact with people, answer questions in real time, and that has been a lot of fun too. So, okay, now I could have sworn I hit the button. Oh, it's just lagging. It's going slow. Okay. I had somebody posted on one of my videos this week. Tickled me to death. There's a couple of them there. Somebody was like, your videos are, it's criminal how low your views are. And I was like, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Please tell all your friends too. But then somebody put somewhere they were looking for, I think it was they were trying to figure out how to fuel a reactor. And they found my tutorial, and it was like, Daddy Draven, thank you, Daddy Draven, for teaching me how to do stuff. And I was like, I'll take that. Old Dad helping out the fam. I'm all right with that. Is that going to pop out or not? Click. I clicked. Give me my glass. But I'm always looking for more recommendations for tutorials. If there's something you'd like to see or an idea you have that you want to know, is it possible to do something? Drop it in the comments of one of my videos or throw it in here in the chat in the stream, and we will see what we can put together. A lot of my recent ideas we've come across just all of us working here together in the stream. Oh, now it does it after So some of the stuff we've been, God dang it. Some of the stuff we've been working on lately has really just been us brainstorming, and then in the middle of the video came with an idea. Probably my favorite thing we've come up with in stream was the idea to put a simple storage directly inside of a compact machine. That was overwhelmingly helpful, and it's just made my life a happy place. I think we're going to put this away now. Go manual at this point. It's just the lag is killing it to be using the gadget. And I spelled wrong. How much glass have I made? 16. Not a lot. It's very slow. Oh, wait. I forgot I was doing this over here too. That'll help. Oh, yeah. That should do me. That should be more than enough for this. Yeah, I like the gadget normally when building, but the lag is a little rough when I'm on the stream, and then the rain, I'm sure, is not helping. I do like quartz glass. This is going to give me a chance to test something that I've wanted to test for a while. I just have to hopefully remember what it is. And some of you may know it, but there is an item that will let you make every block of water a source block. And I am trying to remember what that is. Place near flowing water with a water source. Water freezer. Vaporizes water. No. I saw it in here the other day while I was looking for new things to try. Melts ice. Melts ice. I want to say it was a wand of some kind. But there's an item that if you use it, it makes every block or water block a source block. How do you alleviate the issue of non-filing cabinet items clogging the simple storage network? For example, the GPS markers always move to the front of the chest when I middle-click sort. Okay, so we'll take a second here. Let's go in and look at mine. So what I do for my simple storage to alleviate that issue is this. I use the compact storage mod, and I make a bunch of the maximum size chests, and then I make their priority lower, or sorry, a higher number. Higher number means lower priority. I make that a higher number than I make the ones going to my cabinets. So if there's a filing cabinet that matches the item that's coming in, it will go into the filing cabinet first. If there isn't a matching filing cabinet, it will then kick into these blocks. And then occasionally I'll come in here and look through and I'm like, okay, is there anything in here that's stackable that I could make into a file folder and throw it in a file folder? And sometimes that happens. Sometimes I'm just pulling out junk like an iron boots. What do I need a pair of busted iron boots for? Things I've crafted or that just end up in here. But it all comes down, the important part is the priority that you make. The higher the number, the lower a priority. So if you have the lower, you can go into the negatives as well. So if I have all of my cabinets set at -10, then -9, -8, any number higher than -10 is going to get the overflow after the filing cabinets. So any of the items that don't stack, like you can't make a folder for truffles. You can't make a folder for bacon. That mod is just not compatible with the filing cabinets. So those items have to overflow. This is refined obsidian ingots. This I could make a folder for and then put that in a cabinet, and from that point on they'll all go into there. But single items that don't stack, like iron swords, same situation. There are filing cabinet files, if you will, that are meant for those type of things. Well, again, and those are, where are the other ones at? Oh, it's folder. I'm using the wrong word. Folder. Here we have durability folders. Craft with items that can be damaged or repaired. So if you wanted to make one of these folders for iron swords, it'll put all your iron swords into that folder. The downside is that the iron sword has less than full durability. It views that as a different item type. So if you have 10 iron swords and all of them are different damaged, they're still going to overflow into your chest like I'm standing on right now. But if you're making a bunch of them and you want to have a bunch stored up, let's say you're going to make some type of spikes, like iron spikes. You need to make 30 or 40 swords, or maybe you have 100 swords you've made because you know you're going to make a bunch of spikes later. Making a folder for those because you're making them all in pristine condition, that'll work perfectly fine. You can put all of your swords in that folder. But any that come in from, say, a mob farm that you have where it's killing things from a spawner, most of those are going to come in damaged. So unless you literally just keep making a folder for everyone that comes in in the hopes that a double shows up, it's not really going to work for you. And most of those are crap anyways. You're just not going to want them. You're going to throw them into a trash can or something anyways. That's what I do when I find busted stuff. A lot of this stuff comes out of the fishing hole. Like I got busted fishing rods. And that's another thing. If you have it enchanted, then you have to have a separate folder for that. Because enchanted versus non-enchanted and the different enchantments. So they're very, very specific. So here's one, NBT folder, craft with any item or blocks that do not have a durability. So that one I've not messed with yet. You might be able to do a little something with that. And then there's a fluid one. There's one to hold mobs. Click any non-child or boss mob with this and you'll put the mob in there. So you could gather those up. I haven't really found a use for it yet, but it's there. Auto item folders, filing folders, died folders. So there's some different folders in there you can mess with. But for me, my money, I just like the chests. And again, I've got everything automating at this point. And I've got a couple chests full of stuff at this point. Most of it's all in filing cabinets. So you really don't get too many things that are going to clog up your inventory if you get enough of these just hanging out in your inventory. So there's that. That's kind of how I do it. Hope that helps a little bit. I love simple storage. I've messed with ME. I have to do it again because I need to do some more advanced tutorials on it. But I just prefer simple storage all the time. Alright, so now I'm trying to find that wand again. Was it a wand? Chair wand. Cheater water wand. Oh, no, that's the melty one. Wand of the lazy builder. That's a lot of stuff. Resonating. But it only pulls the first item into the chest, right? It's always going to pull the first item into the chest into your inventory. So let's just say non-filing cabinet items clogging the simple storage network. So, again, if you have the... Like, say, for example... I'll use this chest right here. Everything the light touches. No, I have a little Lion King there. So here's my automated fisher. So this is just automatically catching things all the time. So I'm getting fish out of it. I'm getting lily pads. I'm getting enchanted books. That is... I walked away from it. That is connected to a wireless item transfer node. And the wireless item transfer node goes to this chest. So all the items that go into this chest... I have an import cable, so it's pulling everything into my storage network. And when it all goes into the storage network, that's when it goes into the chests and the filing cabinets I was talking about a moment ago. Once it hits the network, it's the same as if you're dropping it right into your inventory right here. So I take this glass and I toss it in. As soon as I toss it in, it automatically looks for the lowest priority thing that has some of those in it to continue. So a filing cabinet or a chest that already has a stack. If there isn't one, it looks for the lowest priority open slot in a chest or container that can hold that type of item, which is what the chests are. So again, that's where priorities are the big thing. You always want to have your filing cabinets at a lower priority, which means more important, than anything else, so that the stuff that can stack super infinitely can go into those filing cabinets. Oh, you see what you're doing. Okay, cool. So I hope I didn't make that too confusing. Sometimes I see it in my head and it may not come out the same way as I'm thinking it. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. All right. So again, I know that there is some kind of water, liquid, fluid thing that I saw, and I don't want to go through all of them, that will make everything a source block. Cannot for the life of me remember what it was called. But the other day while I was zipping through items looking for something new to build, I came across it, and I should have made one right then and there, and I didn't. Oh, it's because I was in creative at the time working on a tutorial. Dismounter. That's not it. Maybe if I see it, I'll recognize it. I'm not going to go all the way through, but I'm going to glance through. I want to say it was near the end. You are using 2 compact chests to alleviate the issue I'm having. I have all my farms dropping into one chest, so sometimes it clogs because there is another chest. Yes, that's correct. I have it going into one here, and one here. And then all of my automated processes are inside of here. And as you can see, I have 5 more chests all feeding into the simple storage directly. So everything out here is going into those chests and loading into the system. Every one of these automated processes is wirelessly transferring to different chests, so that way it's not all bogging up. And sometimes it will. Sometimes items will be filling up the chest quicker than it can empty it. So that's when you really want to jump to this, and you want to add speed upgrades, because that will make items go through there much faster, and stack upgrade will increase the amount of items that goes in one chunk. So instead of one item transferring, sometimes you see it counting down from 64 to 1 real quick, it'll take a whole stack of 64. So that's going to move it faster. These are not, you can't put 2 or 3 on top of each other. You can have 4 upgrades total in each one of these. So I like to do 3 speed and 1 stack upgrade. That works well for what I do. But the other thing is, of course, making sure that when you are syncing your thing to your multiple chests, if you have several things that put out a lot of items, make sure those are going to separate chests. Like my Inferium farms make a lot of Inferium. And my farms that are making ores through Mystical make a lot of ore at the same time. So I don't have those going to the same chest. I can put my mob spawner on with my ores, or I can put my fishing on the same chest as my Inferium farm, because those only come in occasionally or every few ticks, and it won't back up the block. But I've made that mistake. I've had all my ores going to one chest, open up, and the whole chest is full. And it just blocked up the system because it was going in faster than it was coming out. So, yeah, multiple chests will work. I have several out here for everything that's automated to it. Like, every one of these smeltery things goes into this pink chest. This pink chest is just for the smeltery because it's constantly putting out something. Oh, it also has the melter because it's the same basic process. So all of that goes to the pink one. Everything in here goes to the white one, because these only get used as I need them, but I still may want to do a whole bunch of things at once. Like earlier I was doing this, so I threw the sand in there. Do I have speed upgrades on this? I do. It's just still very slow. So all of these items, because I only use them occasionally, will go to this white chest. And then the blue chest is for odds and ends, which is right now my mob farm over there, and my fishing thingamabobber, and I had it going over there as well. For when I kill something over here, it just gets picked up by the item collector and wirelessly taken over. So that. I used to have a lot more processes up here. My automated obsidian and everything were all flying around, but I've moved those all inside the compact machine to cut down on lag. So that was a long bit of stuff there. So again, hopefully it was helpful. All right. Back to the search for the water wand thingamabobber. I know I'll know it when I see it. What's that? No. It's a cool quiver, though. I may have to make that later. Redstone condensed. Not in there. Oop, I skipped one. Oh, no, it's lag. Okay, not there. Pyrotheum. No, that's the wrench. It looked like a wand. Some kind of water-looking wand thing. Scepter, maybe? Zombie Scepter of Fornication. I thought that said Scepter of Fornication for just a second there. I was immediately like, I gotta make one. But no, it's not what I thought it was. We're good. It's all the little statues. This is the last statue that I need. It is... Where's he at? This little booger. A decorative evoker statue. I need 2 totems of Undying. I have yet to find a way to make them. They're a 10% chance of dropping, but I'm still trying to figure out how to make a totem of Undying. I know you can find them in chests in different places. I just haven't found any. Or I accidentally threw them away without realizing what they were. So I need to get a couple of those so I can get that last statue made. No water wand there. That's our folders. Wait a minute, what's that? It's a little briefcase? Hang on. What's that briefcase? Suitcase. Real filing cabinet. Huh. I'll have to check that out later. Nothing watery there. That looks like a cool wrench. A scrunch. I'm intrigued. Was it a bucket of some kind? Nah, it couldn't have been a bucket. I'm almost positive. Slow acting Radaway. Nice. Lithium ion cell. Let's see. An auto feeder in one form. There's a mod idea. Yeah, I'm not a programmy kind of dude. I wish I was, because I come up with a lot of cool ideas that would be cool if I knew how to do that kind of stuff. I struggle just to make my website look decent, because I don't know any of the specifics. But if you have a free moment, and wouldn't mind giving me some feedback on how the site looks or what might make it look better, I'd appreciate that. Onlydraven.com. It's also down in the description of all my videos, and it should be in the description of this chat if I have it set up correctly this time. But I'm going to be putting up a more accurate streaming schedule on there. I'm going to start putting up a calendar each month. I think that'd be cool, a streaming calendar with special events and different things I'm going to do. Because this upcoming Sunday should be my first D&D Storytime stream. Unless something crazy happens in my world that keeps me from doing it. I am totally planning on doing the D&D story stream. So if you like Dungeons & Dragons, or you like fantasy stories, or you don't find me overwhelmingly boring, come swing by Sunday for a couple of hours and hear the beginnings of what is, I consider, my masterpiece. It probably sounds a little egotistical, and I apologize for that, but it is very popular in the people that have heard it. I'm very proud of it. I've been writing this story for almost 25 years, so I have a lot of story to share. Oh, got a post. Let's see. What do you think is the easiest way to generate lots of power for a parabox? I have never messed with the parabox. I'm going to be honest. I get that question a lot, but because I just don't play Prestige or need any of that, I'm going to assume a maximum size fission reactor, since I haven't messed with it and seen what type of power it needs. I mean, a fission reactor going to pretty much give you all the power you need. Especially if you do the 24 by 24 by 24, which you need to do for an advancement anyways. Once you've got it built, it's just a hoss. And I mean, if we go in there, take a look real quick, I've only got 3 corners of it pimped out right now. I mean, I could drastically fill this and massively increase the amount of power generation this puts out. I just don't need to. I put 3 or 4 of the lowest powered fuel, the TBU fuel. Like, see this stack of 62? I made 2 stacks about a month ago. And occasionally, I throw 1 or 2 in there to top it off. And I'm putting out, let's see, 100,000 RF per tick. With drastically more cooling than I need. I'm so below on cooling, I could just throw extra RF generators in there without having to cool them anymore. I've got a lot of space in there. So, yeah, if you're really looking for a massive power source, the fission reactor is the way to go. Fusion reactor also makes a ton. I haven't finished mine yet because I needed to make the maximum size one. But it needs a major power source just to get started. So normally, to make one this big, you're going to need one of these just to get this started. But then this will make an ungodly amount of RF. But starting with a fission, 24 by 24, definitely the best route to go. I have, if you've not made a fission reactor, there are 2 tutorials for that on my channel. There's how to make a fission reactor, and then how to make the largest fission reactor, which is the big 24 by 24 one. There's a separate one showing how to make fission reactor fuel, and for that one I just do the TBU fuel, which is the easiest fuel to make. There are some that are way better, but if you use some of the higher fuels and you don't have it cooled enough, you will have a meltdown. So the pattern that I've used for the cooling in there, if you follow that pattern in any size fission reactor, you're going to get more cooling than you do heat generation, so you don't have to worry about a meltdown. So, recommend checking out those if you haven't got one already. So, still haven't found our water thing. I apologize, I keep going off on tangents. But I'm getting a lot of good questions, and I appreciate that. But to the D&D thing I was talking about earlier, on the dynamics of integration. Oh, snap, I don't have one of those. I don't think I have that book yet. If you like D&D fantasy stuff, I'm going to start that. I'm not sure what time on Sunday yet. I'll know a little bit closer to the exact time, but I am going to be, I'll post a thing like I did for the stream today. I'm trying to post them up at least that morning, saying what time I'm going to be on, because I can set it all up ahead of time. So basically all I do is hit the on button and everything's preset, which is very helpful. But I'm excited to share the D&D story, something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and a lot of people have been asking for it. I've got a lot of people in my personal life that I know are going to tune in for that who normally don't show up for these type of streams. So I'm excited. Cheaty water wand. Makes ice great again. Still water. Melts ice into a still water source block. That might work. Without even causing a block update. Alright, well let's see if we can do that. An ender core. To obtain this item, right-click an ender crystal in the end, the entity on top of the ascending pose, with an inactive ender core. Okay, so maybe that's not as easy to make as I thought it was going to be. That's an advanced ender core, so I need the unadvanced ender core. All right, let's find out ender core. Ender core, inactive ender core. Active ender core enhanced. All right, let's make one of these. I'm missing something. Ender alloy. Well, I know I can make some of that. Ender alloy. Make one of these. We better make 2 of those, just to be on the safe side. All right, what is this? Ender core basic. Well, I don't know which one I need. Well, oh, there's no recipe for that, so I guess it's this one. All right, let's run to the end real quick and see how that works. Let me grab a drink real quick, if you'll bear with me a second. As you may notice, as promised, I got my Christmas tree up. Ta-da! Christmas tree. I decided to put it here. Usually I put it in the corner. This year I'm putting it a little bit more closer to the fireplace. So I may hang some stuff around the fireplace, see what I can do that. We have a second tree upstairs. My mother-in-law's tree is in the main living room, and down here in the man cave, I have my own. Every year, the first thing to go up there is the Captain Kirk Christmas ornament that I have had since I was a wee lad. Oh, didn't I blow all these up already? Oh, I did blow these up already. Dang it. I forgot about that. That's going to be a lot more work than I feel like doing right now. Interesting thing. Early game, if you need ender pearls, I will show you the easiest way to get ender pearls. Super easy. Bring you an item collector. So they don't require power. Just dig into the side here. Back, give you a little space if you need to. You can stick a chest here. Put the item collector behind you. And then just come out here and stare at an enderman. Or if you've got a gun or something, you can shoot at him. Make him angry. Are you unhappy with me? Yep. So eventually he's going to get angry. Then you just stand in here and he can't get in. You can make a whole bunch of them angry. They are going a little slow today, so there must be something lagging the game out. I mean, something more than just me playing. But they'll all start gathering right outside, and you can just stand here and smack on them. And the item collector behind you will pick up everything that they drop. Are you going to get over here today, buddy? I'm trying to show somebody how to do something. But yeah, this is I did this back in vanilla. It's super easy. Just come in here, and you're safe. Even if the dragon's out there, he can't really hurt you that much inside the obsidian. It's a safe spot to be if you haven't killed the dragon yet. Then you just stand here, smack those, and behind you, the item collector will gather all the ender pearls or whatever else they drop, and you don't have to worry about getting hurt. Because endermen cannot go into places that are 2 blocks high. They can only go into 3 blocks high. It's also a good place to get some inferium early on if you don't have any, because I know that it does not drop anywhere near as much as it used to in Sky Factory 3 used to drop. I drown in it. But it doesn't drop as much in 4. So that's a cool way to farm endermen very early on with materials that are already there. Just go in and dig a small hole inside of some obsidian. It'll also give you some obsidian early on. Well, it was a cool idea at first, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that. Did I already have one of those books? I did not. It's my book. This is the library, Onlydraven library. Anytime I come across a guide or a book I don't have yet, I throw it up in here in case I want to look at it later. Or I need help with something. Alright, so I guess we're just going to have to go with regular water at this point then. So let's get a bucket. Let's see if we can spell bucket. Do I have a water bucket? Insanium bucket with water. Yeah, that'll work. That should work. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be okay. Okay. It's not working as well as I'd hoped. Lag. Yeah. Get all the way around in the corner. No. There. I get rid of mine? Yes. Alright. Did I leave a hole? Okay. For a minute there, the glass just phased out, and I was a little bit concerned that it was all going to be flowing out. Hello, Richard. Welcome to the party, sir. We are building a swimming pool to kill guardians. And there we go. All done. Alright, so we've got our pool. Now, before I forget, let's fill that up. Yeah, fill it up. Yes, we need to kill guardians so that I can finish out my, whatchamacallit. Oh, don't tell me I don't have any of those. Dye essence. I know I've got some of these. That'll work. Trying to get my deep mob learning all done so I can get that advancement. Today we also made the highest level airship and got to zip around on that a little bit. We did one trial key thingamabobber, and that was really, really slow and boring, so I gave up on that. So I'll do that when you guys aren't around so I don't bore you. Oh, I'll need bone meal. I'll get it when I get over there. So let's get some guardians going. I'll just do 9 at a time. That should be fine. And then we'll get some bone meal. Hello, Splooshy. Pop. Well, fall in there so I can do more bone meal. Bah. Oh, I almost started killing these things, and I don't even have my learner out. Twilight, Twilight, Twilight. Wither, Twilight. Shulker, Twilight, Thermal. I don't even have one. I'm an idiot. Okay. I almost started that for nothing. I'm just a fool. We are looking for Guardian. Slime. Guardian. Oh, that's right. They don't give the recipes anymore. Did the monster spawner ever get less laggy? A little bit. I discovered what the issue we were having is that we knew the pigs were spawning even in the daylight, but the spider, they weren't falling in. They were just hanging out because they can climb. So they're just hanging out as a giant ball in the top. So I pulled all of those out, and it's definitely helped my lag overall when moving around. So now I don't have any in there because I didn't need to. I have them in my inventory so I can use them when I decide to do a video for it. But that was the issue. There was just a couple mobs that, because they weren't falling in and dying, they were just building up in the middle there and just lagging everything out. The pigs and the spiders were a problem. So if you're ever going to do that with something, I recommend only doing one spawner at a time, maybe 2, and make sure it's things that you can control that are going to fall. So things that don't fly and don't climb, and things that when you bust the roof open and light comes in, it'll stop spawning. I forget what you have to put with a guardian to make a guardian model. It's the first one I've made since they took out the recipes. Is it prismarine? Might be prismarine. Let's grab some of that and see. Prismarine shard, okay. Well, maybe I got them backwards. Okay, so it's not taking a prismarine shard. Maybe I need more than one. Let me try crystal first. Nope. Let's try some common things here. Okay, that's not it. Oops. Oh, next time I shove that back in. Intriguing. I thought it was a shard as well. Yeah, could be a fish. Let's see what we got for fish here. Fish! I got some fishies, and I got some of these fishies. And I got some fish jerky that I forgot about. Silverfish powder. Don't remember where I got that from. Decorative pufferfish. Okay, so let's see if a fish does anything. That fish did not do anything. That fish did not do anything. Clownfish, maybe? The Deep Mob book. I want to say there is one. Advancements, net, extended, industrial, redstone, open computers, cooking, materials, and you. That's my armory addendum, symbol portfolio, Vicecraft book, Deep Mob learning. I do. Cha-ching. Ta-ta. Give me that. I had forgotten about the book. Thank you very much. I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. Forrest Gump quote of the day. You get that every time. All right. Trials, introduction. Yes. Data models. Yes. Yes, I've got that part. All the data models, faulty tier. Yes, but where is the recipes? Ah, here we go. Nope. Nope. Oh, it's one of each. Sneaky bastards. Okay. That we can do. When I first started playing 4, you didn't need the book. They changed that afterwards. And one of these, and I forgot Prismarine. Boop. Maybe I have them backwards. That is what it showed, didn't it? Let me go back and get the book again. Okay. Pick up the book, pick up the book, pick up the book, pick up the book, pick up, give it. Okay. So yes, top row. That is picky. That is very picky that they want them in the top row. Okay. Try this again. And where'd I put the other one? Oh, I closed it off again. Prismarine. And data model. Okay. Did I have them backwards again? Okay, so it's not giving it to me for some reason. Intriguing. I guess I'm just have to hang on to the book here. Maybe I'm doing something wrong? Never had this problem before. The lag on picking stuff up is driving me crazy. I'm just contributing it to that I'm far enough in the game that I have so much stuff going at once. Okay. Prismarine. You are very correct. That is a very good idea. Using a vanilla bench. Do I have a vanilla bench? Huh. I don't think that I do. Well, we can make one of those real quick. Crafting table. That'll be intriguing if it requires that. My heart hurts. Blank data model, prismarine crystals, prismarine shards. Let me go back in case I'm missing a step. Covering data models. I'll go back to adds new ways to do this. Yes, I got that. Okay, so we're going to go to introduction. Yes, data models. You can craft a blank data model with some of that soot-covered redstone you made earlier. I wonder if the data model I have is so old that it's not working for some reason. My game is doing the same thing. An armor crafting table should work. Okay, so James is having the same issue. It's not crafting for him either. I'm going to try to make another one of these just in case, for some weirdo reason, it does not want to let me make it. Will it give me a recipe for that at least? It does. Okay. So let me pull one of those off. Get rid of this old one, just in case it's broken or something. No. Still not giving it to me. Some of that soot-covered redstone. Yes, I made that. Cheer up, can you make data from the mobs you defeat? Type of data will turn to living matter. Yes. I don't need that one. I don't need that one. I need a guardian. So prismarine, blank. I've got every other one but this one. Wonder if they somehow broke it. What is this? Data model, shift click to remove. guess you can bookmark it. That's cool. Data models. Let me see if it'll make any of the other ones. So it's not making any of them right now. Okay. So that's broken. Well, we've still got it built anyways, so I didn't think that was going to make a difference, but we've got it built. I just have to figure out how that's going to work. That's a little frustrating. But, oh well, at least we know it's not us. It's the game. See, I was started tonight. I was playing my single-player world, and I was trying to clear out my industrial foregoing fissure, so I took a bunch of the water bottles that I had going into a chest. 1 of 3. Ooh, I like that. Pausing for dramatic effect. Give me that. Alright, so it's not letting me make one. I'll have to come back and see what's going on with that, because that's... If it's happening to everybody, then I know it's a game thing. And that's a little sad, though, because I need that for the advancement. Alright, well, we still got it made anyways, and I've got a pool of these little boogers just hanging out, so I guess I can come back and kill them later. I'll just let them swim around for a while. And, let's see. What else have we got? Excellent. So, I think I've asked this in chat before, but I'm going to ask again, and it's just get your opinion on something. So, as I mentioned a little earlier, this upcoming Sunday, I'm going to be starting my Dungeons & Dragons story stream. I'm not playing the game, it's just me telling the story that I've been writing for 25 years. I think you'll enjoy it, if you like that kind of thing. But, the story really has 2 phases. There's the original phase, then climactic event that changes existence as we know it, then everything that happened after that. I view this very Star Wars-like, because the best story happens after the climactic event. This part, which was cool, which set everything up, good story, not as cool as this. And some of this cool stuff is cooler because you don't know. You have to figure out what happened to get there. Again, if I'm sorry if I'm about to blow a 40-year-old movie, but if you haven't seen the original Star Wars, I'm sorry. But imagine if you went into the original 3 Star Wars and you already knew that Darth Vader was Luke's dad. Sorry for the spoiler. But imagine that, right? So when I tell the story, I normally, I'm telling friends, giving them an idea of what happens, I can do it one of 2 ways. I can say, here's how it led up to that, so on and so forth. And if I'm giving a very quick abridged, I'll tell it in order. But if I'm getting in depth with it, I normally tell the second part of the story, how that group of characters or people figure out what happened. And then when they get to that point where they figure it out, then I pause, do the flashback, and say, and here's what led up to that. That's kind of how I'm leading on doing the D&D story. I think it would be cooler that way. But it does mean that at some point I'm going to have to stop, go back, and explain what happened in the past. So it's almost like I'm going to interrupt the very cool story at some point to give you a flashback that will take a little while to tell. So, wondering your opinions. Should I start at the beginning and tell that stuff so that there's not the pause, or should I tell it the way that there, and then everybody cool with me going back? But I'm going to jump to Richard's story here. So I'm going to read part 1 of Richard's story. I have a story tonight. I was playing my single-player world, and I was trying to clear up my industrial foregoing fissure. So a bunch of the water bottles that I was going into a chest, and I went over to a black hole tank with about 1.7 billion buckles of water in it. I opened its GUI, and I shift-clicked and dragged across my inventory, thinking they'd empty one by one and stack. The game crashed. It crashed hard. I crashed so hard that I can't actually open the world file anymore. The game crashes every time I try to open it. I lost my entire world of this error at the end. Oh, that blows. That blows. Wow. Back up early, back up often. Yeah. And I was mentioning at the beginning of the stream, I thought I had that happen today as well. I had busted a chest in my simple storage and all the items came out. And then suddenly, every time I clicked on something that would show my inventory, the whole screen went purple. Just purple. And it turned out there was one item in my inventory that anytime it was visible on screen, it just blew the whole thing. And I was literally in the dark on that, just clicking and dragging where I thought the inventory was, until I finally grabbed that thing and threw it on the ground. It ended up being a tank of some kind of liquid. I don't know which kind of liquid it is, because I got a whole bunch of other tanks of liquid that work fine. But I tried rebooting and restarting and logging off and logging on and all that kind of stuff, and eventually got to that point where I figured out it was something in the inventory, and just the dragging and dropping worked. What really sucked is, at one point I dragged and dropped it down to my hotbar, which meant it was on screen, which means the whole game was purple until I could find it and drag it off onto the ground. Then I just smashed the brick underneath and let it go into the void, because whatever that tank was, I didn't need it. But I thought I was going to have to start. I thought today was going to be day one of starting a whole new game, which I could do. If you guys would rather that, if you'd like to see me start a whole new world and just build up from that point, let me know, and I could always stream that instead, other than the weird things that I work on here. I like this because when you guys ask questions, it's easier for me to jump and say, here's how I did it. But if you think it'd be more fun to watch me struggle from the beginning on, I am fine doing that. I'm sorry, Richard, that happened, though. That blows, man. My very first SF4 world that I built, I lost in the same way. I wasn't anywhere near as far as I am now. I was only about a month into that one. But it just crashed one day and stopped. I don't know what I caused. I was just running around. I wasn't even touching anything. Then the whole game just died and I could never log in again. That's when I built this one. So I understand completely. All right, so what we're working on. So we got our fish tank going. Our sky aquarium, if you will. I do like that we made that out of glass. I like that a lot. That looks cool. So what else was on our list today? We got the airship. And we did the trial key, so I got that done. That's pimping. I got that done. I got all my storage stuff done. Let's see. I've been reported, and hopefully it doesn't mean I permanently... I hope not, man. I hope they can get it fixed for you, because that blows. It looks... Yeah, the fish tank looks cool. I like it a lot. All right. So for the D&D stream, since I'm not going to really have a game going at the time, it's just going to be my ugly mug bigger on the screen. I'm not going to do the green screen thing because, A, that's way more effort than I want to do and more money than I want to spend on a green screen. And everybody said they'd rather look behind me anyways. They like the wall and stuff, the stone wall. But I may put like some kind of a frame around it at least, just so that I'm not the whole screen. That's a little big. Even I don't want to see me. So I'll do something like that. Okay. All right, so the other thing I want to do today is I want to do my laser drills. I did want to work on laser drills, so that's what I remember it was now. Laser drills. Okay. So, didn't I already have some made? Yes, I got 31 laser drills. I'm going to need some bases. Bases. All your laser bases belong to Draven. What did I just use? That. Let's get some of those. Make some more laser bases. I can always use extra laser bases. Now I'm at a diamond. Okay, I'll make some of those. Only 10. How am I out of diamond? Oh, it's because it's not in the right form. Okay, that'll work. That we can fix. Diamond. Well, it didn't go to it though. Please. Oh, I don't have any. That's why. I tell the story in the order it was played, truth be told. You think so? Starting with the original story and work my way up? Instead of starting... Because the main characters start in the middle. You know what I mean? There were some characters in the beginning that kind of started the thing along, the historical characters, the very first group I played with. But the main part of the story, and they would probably be about 1/10 of it. Everything else is after that group takes over. And then they go on the quest to figure out why did this all happen, and then how do they fix it, and so on and so forth. But that's why I'm always torn with how to tell that, you know. So, let's go to this. So, telling it, like I said, telling it in the order is cool, and that's again definitely easier without the flashback. It will give away a little bit of the surprises and some of the other in the middle area because you'll know things that the characters don't. That's the only downside with doing it that way. Like I said, it's just a preference thing for people. There we go. Now we've got some diamond. 31 exactly. That worked out perfectly. So I think I need some more Energy extraction cable, energy cables. Stack 64 should be good. I'm going to need some more item extraction cables because I think I'm getting low on those. I never have enough of those. Dropper. Let's do a stack of those. Item extraction cable. Close enough. Let's see. Media res, can be a powerful tool to draw people in quickly, especially with a big story where people will listen as though they were the characters. That's true. It's true. And that's the thing, because at some point, like I said, it completely switches from the one group to the other group, and then that's the main group. That's the other stuff is what gets you to where the main group needs to be for them to become the main group. And then there's actually a third group that is going to happen that we never actually played. I have the story written, but we never got that far in the D&D. I have months, if not years, worth of character stories ready in my head to go if I ever got back to that group, but it is what it is. Okay, item extraction cables. I think that's everything that I needed for my laser drill room. So let's go work on that. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Uh-oh. Where's my shrinking tool? Oh, I must have put it in the inventory by accident. I do like that it will not let you go in to a compact machine unless it knows you have a way to get out. I like that it's smart like that, because Lord knows I would have been lost inside of a compact machine long, long ago. Laser drill. It should be over here. All right. Laser drills. So, power needs to run just to the drills and not the base. So, I'm going to need my wrench. Let's get one of these down each spot just to get our alignment up. So, is that the wrong one? Yeah, laser base, okay. And then laser drill is going to go there. 1, 2, 3. Needs power. Okay. So, alright, so that's that. And then this has to connect with the item extraction cables. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's get our laser drill going. Drill. Is that the base? Oh! Wrong one. I gotta go sleep and whatnot. Good night, y'all. Hey, have a good night, Richard. I appreciate you swinging by. So again, sorry about the world, man. I hope they do get it fixed for you. Laser base, laser drill. Oh, no, I had the right one. Okay, so I did have the right one there. Ignore the Draven. Okay. Laser drill. Right? Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, went too far. Oh no, now he's backwards. No, that's right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Today on Sky Factory, watching Draven count. Glad I mastered this get to 3 part. Excellent. Now for laser base. Did I put him behind there? I did. I'll get him in a minute. Almost. Almost. There we go. Oh, did I not? I didn't leave a way to get in there. Please break. I need to go through. Oh, wait. I can just go through the laser. My bad. Give me that. Oh. What do laser drills do? Laser drills are awesome. What they do is they basically mine into the void and gather you items. So, for example, I don't have enough power running to this yet, for some reason. I'll have to look into that in a minute. But what's going to happen is it's going to basically count down or tick down. So let me go to one that's working. So I don't have enough power in any of these yet. But basically what's going to happen is the RF is going to cause it to tick, and then it's going to grab ore out of the void. So it could be diamond, gold, iron, aquamarine, all the different types of ore. It will literally gather it and then throw it into your inventory. Although for some reason, I am not making enough power to do this. There have been epics written in the format of post-event, starring flashbacks. Pen out the timelines of both formats and see which has more impact. Could be a new video series, Counting with Draven. Yes, Draven. If we get above 5, the socks may have to come off, though. I make no lies. Yeah, I said it's hard story-wise because I can make both work. I mean I can make both work either way. My personal preference is, I think, to start in the middle, I guess. So this is just not making enough. Why? It's not getting wood fast enough? I've never had that issue before. Do I not have the right mulch? I got the right mulch. Do I have this wrong? Let's see. Blacklist wood, yes. Whitelist wood, okay. Other than that, whitelist wood, whitelist wood. Okay, so that's, and this one here is the last one. It should also be whitelist wood. It is. So why am I not getting... On a whim, I wonder if I got something loaded in here. I wonder if I got something jamming a pipe. But no, if that was jamming a pipe, then they'd all just be... darn it, I shouldn't have broken that. Now I gotta redo that. Yeah, if it was jamming a pipe, then the wood would have just been building up in the block, so that's not it. I've never had an issue where the wood is growing slower than the thing can burn it, especially since I've got 4 running to it. I don't understand that. Alright, let's, where's an item extraction cable? There it is. You know, I have a whole stack of them in my hand. I'm an idiot. Okay. And I'm going to need some wood. Let's grab that. Let's see if we can pull this off. All right. Get that here. Get that here. Get that here. Do I have one extra? Yeah, right there. Okay. Quick jump. I'm going to open up the chest. Drop in a block, and quickly do that. Whitelist. Okay, that should work. If wood was the first block, something else clogged it. Dang it! Didn't it? No, it's just got 64 in it. Okay, so that's working now. Oh, me. So yeah, laser drills are awesome. There are some ores that you just can't get easily or at all. Aquamarine's a good example of that. So with a laser drill, it will be literally just gathering items out of the void every so often and then pulling it into your inventory. So that's got power. So these things are just using more power than that's creating. So we are going to need to do a much different power setup in this room than I normally do to get this to work. I have some ideas. It's going to be odd, but I want it to be fully automated. I thought about putting just a small fission reactor in here, like a real small one, but then I'm going to have to constantly make fuel and refill it, and I don't want to have to do that. But I need something that's almost that powerful, so a small fission reactor may be the only option. Culling furnace with donuts and bacon. Yeah, I mean that could work too. I mean, the only problem is that each of the generators... Ah, man, I gotta stop falling off. Each of these generators burn through about the same speed. The combustion and the culinary, they don't really do a whole lot more. The issue I'm having is that it's not making wood fast enough. That's definitely got a lot of wood. Giggity. All right, let's go try this real quick. Let's step over here and let's do modifiers. Do I have enough? I do not. So again, I'm going to need black concrete powder. 64. That's not going to be enough, but we'll see what we can do. 64, 64, gold, and we'll take the 8 we've got. See if we can bump the speed up on that thing a little bit. Where'd it go? Laser drill. Because if I can get the wood going into it fast enough, I mean, I can just do a whole bunch more planners. I can do a couple of these, but now it should be burning through much faster. My concern is that it's going to be burning faster than the wood can make. No wood in there. Wood in there. Okay, so some of these are being pulled from first. So those, it's pulling from those. Is it staying full? All these are on 60, well, almost 64. 64, 64. So those should be feeding in together. Yep. So yeah, it's just a matter of making sure enough wood is getting in there to go. Because if I can get enough wood flowing, I can burn the wood fast. Especially if I can finish stacking this up. 48, 41. Alright. They're starting to get some power now. There's just so many of them. Let's bring some wood in. Let's get a head start, if you will. So, let's clean up our mess first. Put those in there, those in there. And where's our green backpack? Green. Wood. Wow, I got a lot of wood. Apologize, this has not been the most exciting of streams. But I am definitely getting a few things done. I would be interested to know if there's something specific you guys would like to see streamed in Sky Factory. Like, would you prefer me to start over from scratch and just, I don't know, go through the game from beginning to end? There's specific projects that you'd like to see? Okay, there we go. Here in the near future, I'll do another. I can also do other stuff, other streams. I did think about jumping in and doing some more 7 Days to Die. I thought about doing a 7 Days to Die stream occasionally, because I do enjoy playing 7 Days to Die. But since most people come here for Minecraft, I kind of feel like I should do that more often than not. I mean, just to be fair, that's why people are kind of hanging out. Oh, I guess it would help if I'd left some of my inventory. Let's fill you up. You're mostly full already, but we're going to go ahead and get more. Hey, this would be a good time to consider piping that wood in storage to that compact machine generator. You could. I mean, the wood in storage could. It's just, again, I try to make each individual block completely self-sufficient. It's an odd thing, I know, but in case I want to move it around or remove a power source, I try not to tie anything to an external power, only because, again, if I decide, like, when I moved everything inside of the simple storage, it was nice that I didn't have to rerun power to everything all over. It was just grab the block and move it to a spot. So it just became much more convenient. All right, so that's staying at 64 now. And it's burning through it. Okay, so that should have been enough head start to keep... It should generate now faster once these things are going. I probably need more than one generator, and here's the thing. I probably just need several generators. I may fiddle with that a little bit later. Let's see. 7 Days would be cool. I play most of my games on Xbox. I don't own any consoles. I used to be a console gamer. I switched to PC when I first started playing World of Warcraft, and then my consoles just sat there and gathered dust. So as the newest Xboxes, like the Xbox came out, and the newest PlayStations, I just stopped buying them. Just kept upgrading my computer instead. So I don't think I'll probably ever go back to consoles, unless something comes out phenomenal I just really like. But we're only a generation or two away from consoles disappearing anyways. I honestly believe that. They're just becoming more and more PC-centric anyways. And since most PC games, you can almost use a controller on them now anyways. I've got an Xbox controller that my friend lent me for when I need to. I played Final Fantasy VIII for a while, because that's one of my favorite games of all time. And so when I was playing Final Fantasy VIII, it was just way easier with the controller. But not everything worked as well. Like, not all the controllers worked well with the PC port, so it just wasn't a good port. I've also thought about running through Baldur's Gate. Running through that on stream, because I've got the Baldur's Gate games, and I've kind of wanted to play those again. Especially if I start doing a D&D thing. I might dedicate one day a month to doing that. But most of the time I'm going to be in some form of Sky Factory. Same as another thing. I could jump into something different. I could go ahead and pull up Galacticraft. We've talked about doing some stream in Galacticraft. I could get one of those going one day, starting from scratch and playing through that. I just want to make sure that you guys all keep swinging by, and I appreciate that. I can't tell you how much. I definitely want to try to make it as entertaining for you as I can. But I think I'm going to leave the laser drill for today, because we're getting close to the end of my day, where I'm going to have to go to bed here soon myself. But 7 days could be a lot of fun, especially if I put it on some type of like nightmare mode. The only problem is, it's boring at night the first few nights when you don't have much to do. But once I got going, even if I played through the first 2 or 3 days and got it going enough that I could then stream it, that might make a little bit more sense. That being said, I feel like we got a few things done today. We got our fishy tank done, got our airship completely finished. What else did we do today? We did a trial thingamabobber. I'm showing a lot of generic terms there. But I think I'm probably going to call that a day. It's a little bit shorter than normal, but I will be back. Let's see. What is today? Monday, right. I'll be back Thursday. Thursday we'll jump in and we'll do maybe a little more Minecraft. Maybe jump into some... Well, let's see what you guys think. I could either jump into 7 Days to Die, or we could do some Jackbox on Thursday again. Throw in some different games. That went really well last time, so maybe we'll play some games with the community there. But then Sunday, of course, Sunday is going to be the D&D storytelling stream. So really hope some of you guys will swing by for that if you can. I am going to be recording it and putting it on the channel like I do with all the streams. So if you can't make it, it's still going to be up there. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go for. I may just do it in hour or 2 hour chunks. I don't know if I want to go more than 2 hours, just because, again, there's not going to be a lot of visuals to watch except this hideous visage. So it's mostly going to be just me talking and telling stories. But it's a cool story. I think you'll like it. So if you wouldn't mind checking that out and giving feedback on things that might make it more entertaining, I definitely appreciate it. But I think I'm going to call that a stream for tonight. Thank you, everyone who's hung out, everybody who stopped by, chatted, asked questions. Again, always special thank you to my members, Real Bastage and James. Thank you very much for your membership. I appreciate you guys jumping in there and taking care of that. We're almost getting close to a month on that, and that's also really cool. So I'm always looking for more stuff to throw you guys, so keep an eye out for that. But again, thank you, everybody, for hanging out and watching tonight. I'm going to go ahead and call that a day. But I will see you again on Thursday, probably about 8 o'clock Eastern is when I usually start these. If you have anything special you'd like to see in that stream, throw it down in the comments of this here, something you'd like to see if you weighed in on any of the ideas that I've had today, anything you'd like to see in future streams or more in depth of, please throw those down in the comments. Always looking for your feedback. But that's going to do us for today. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.